Hi, I'm Michael Whitehouse, the guy who knows a guy with your motivational minute. I want to share with you that despair can creep in for anyone. Now, we're used to seeing highly successful people being highly successful. Most successful people don't share their struggles, but they have moments of doubt just like you do. Oh, how can I be so confident that you have moments of doubt? Because everyone has moments of doubt. Everyone does. Now, if you're having them all the time, it might be because you're not in the right place, you're not doing the right thing. But if you objectively can look at things, and if other people can look and say, yeah, you're in your strength, you're doing something you're good at, you're in a good place, if you're getting good feedback, right, then you should be confident, but you'll have those moments of doubt. Don't let them freak you out, because you're always told you got to believe in yourself, you got to have confidence, you got to have conviction, you got to have strength of your beliefs, you need to know you can do it, you need to manifest success, live in abundance. And you may be saying, I can't live in abundance, I can't manifest success, I don't believe it, I'm not sure if I can do this, I don't have the confidence. And that's okay, that happens. You work towards it. You know what creates confidence? Action. Planned, proper action. When you get moving, you start to feel better. You don't just get confident. You can't start with confidence and move to action, because if you don't have it, you can't build it out of nothing. You need to take actions. And in your life, as in mine, things will happen even when things are going well, objectively well. I mean, in my business, objectively, I'm doing really well, and I am clearly working in my strength. My clients tell me at the end of most calls, this has been a great call, I learned something. At the end of some calls, they say, what I learned today is going to change everything. And I look at the results they get. 1 month, 2 months, I compare where they start to where they finish, and oh my God, the results are incredible for some of them. So I know I'm doing something for them. I know I'm in the place that God meant me to be with the skills that He gave me to change lives and to make things better for people. And yet sometimes I'm thrown back. Because a few years ago, not even that long ago, I was struggling. I was striving. I wasn't sure where I was supposed to be. I tried to launch a consultancy. I sold printing. I sold insurance. I sold cars. I launched a Hyperlocal Now, which was a very ill-fated project. I worked for a startup. I did all these different things, and people would see that and be like, oh, what's Michael got next? Oh, what are you working on this week, Michael? Huh? What's your new business this month, this week, today? Who knows? And people would kind of give me this, serial entrepreneur. Serial entrepreneur is someone who fails at a whole bunch of different things because he doesn't stick with them. And that's how some people saw me. And they weren't unjustified, because I was bouncing from one thing to the next, and I wasn't finding success because I wasn't finding where I was supposed to be. But it doesn't take much, believe it or not, someone to say something to happen, to throw me back there. Now, I'm not there anymore. I have found where I'm supposed to be. In the last few years, have been a fairly steady progression from one thing to the next, where I'm supposed to be. But after so many years of people telling me, Michael, you need to settle down. You're bouncing around too much. You're doing too many different things. I don't trust you that you'll be doing the same thing from 1 week to the next. After so many years of that, that's stuck in my head. And that's something I need to fight every day. So someone will say something and suddenly I'm back there. And I need to bring myself back to the present. So if you find yourself being pulled to the past, somebody says something and suddenly you're hearing a voice in your head from 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, remember that voice is dead. The version of ourselves from 5, 10 years ago is dead. It does not live anymore. Same for everyone else. If you know someone from 10 years ago, they're dead. They may be alive now in a different form, maybe very similar to what they were then, but we're all changing. And you are changing. So don't allow yourself to be pulled back to times in the past when you were less successful, or you were struggling more, or you had more doubt. Don't let yourself be pulled back there. Stay in the present and possibly even look to the future when you can be even greater than you are today. But understand that you will not be 100% successful every day at this, and that is okay. You can feel despair now and then. You may get depressed now and then. You may get anxious now and then. Now, if it happens all the time, that's another issue. That's when you may need to speak to a therapist. You may need to speak to a coach. You may just need to speak to a good friend. You may need to journal or discern if you're on the right path if you're feeling these things all the time. But if you get them now and then, don't panic. I mean, it's weird to say if you have an anxiety attack, don't panic. But if you're getting these feelings now and then, don't panic. It happens to all of us. All of us. And it's okay. And your friends are here for you, hopefully. And if they're not, I'm here for you. Not kidding. Send me a Facebook message. If you're having a really rough time, say, hey, Michael, I'm having a really rough time. Now, if this happens regularly, you need to become a client. But if it happens once, reach out to me. I'll talk to you. I'll try to pull you up out of that hole and get you where you need to go, because that's why I'm here, is to help people. Yeah, I need to make a living, but primarily I want to make my living helping people be their best selves and do what they are meant to do on this earth. I'm Michael Whitehouse. I thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. Every time I see those numbers in the analytics that people are listening and that more and more people are subscribing, it really means a lot to me. It's incredible. Please do share this. If this has meant something to you, share this video. Send it to someone who it might help, because I try to make this something that will resonate, that someone's going to say, wow, I'm so glad I heard that because I needed to hear this today. If you feel that way, or you feel it applies to somebody you know, share them or tag them in the comments, depending on what platform you're listening to this on. I would be so grateful if you would do that. I'm Michael Whitehouse. Thank you so much for listening.